This is real quick. And that. Alright, great. What's up, y'all? I'm gonna get on here for a quick second. I really want to talk about, as it says, talk about money. A lot of it deals with what's been going on in the markets. Crypto been booming, stocks been booming, the stock market been booming, literally everything been booming, dollar been booming. And I want to give again, just my thoughts about it, what I think you guys should be doing, what I'm doing. And most importantly, how you can prosper. Because I think that, before I get into it, let me give a quick disclaimer. Any and everything that's said here today is for entertainment purposes only. Do not act on any of this without first speaking to your financial advisor or doing your own independent research. I'm not responsible for anything that happens, whether it's good or bad. All right, so now that we got that out the way, so I really want to know, I'm still seeing, it's been a week now since, we got the information that Trump is going to be our next president. So I'm still seeing posts about, people pretty much, butthurt about the situation. My whole thing about this is that you gotta get over it. Seriously, though, you gotta get over it. Making all these posts, crying and everything, is not going to change the fact that he is going to be the president. So the best thing for you to do is learn what to do, how you can move forward while he's president. That's it. The getting your feelings, the posting all this stuff, what does it do? It does nothing. I'm just sick of this shit, man. I'm sick of people on social media just being little bitches, man. This shit's annoying. Everyone's so damn sensitive. So damn sensitive for nothing. Anywho, now that's out the way. Yeah, as I said, last time I was on live, as I told you, I'm going to be on more often, but last time I was on live, Bitcoin was not even at 70,000. Bitcoin right now, we're going to go to it. Bitcoin right now is $90,291. And earlier today, it actually went up to $93,493, which is insane. Insane. This is crazy. Yeah, so that really piqued the interest of why I wouldn't want to come on here, because most people, you really missed the boat, to be real with you. We might get a little pullback on Bitcoin, but I don't think it'll be anything significant. I think the lowest we may pull it back to, if that, is somewhere in the 80 handle. But besides that, though, again, so I really want to tap into what you guys can be going over, what makes the most sense for you to move forward, and so forth. For starters, one thing I do want to say, right, because I was on my Discord last night, we had a call, and something that made sense to me, right? So obviously, when Trump is going to be in office, so pretty much everyone, whenever he gets into the office, they're looking at money. How can I make the most money, and so forth. The thing about it is this, and again, as I'm speaking to them, it just really clicked. The thing about it is this, right? So people think that tariffs, not tariffs, but even if we do tariffs, but let me go with the deficit. People think the deficit is not going to increase, and they're absolutely wrong, right? So as I was speaking more, and that's how this point came about. So it's really impossible for you to lower taxes and you don't increase the deficit. It's just not going to happen, right? And the reason why it's not going to happen is because America gets paid through taxation. So if you lower taxes, that means you're pretty much lowering the income that America is going to get. So if you lower that income, you have to get the money somewhere, which boils about printing money, which is going to increase the deficit. So the thing about it, the previous Trump run that we had, his deficit, he ran the shit up, right? He legit did. And the thing that really helped him is that inflation didn't go along with it. He pretty much took a playbook out of Clinton, but that's really what helped him out, because truthfully, it really should have ran up. Thoughts on tariffs? I think tariffs is a great idea. I think a lot of people talking about it's not a good idea, have no doubt. They really don't know what they're talking about. Truthfully though. And I understand the aspect of it impacting the actual American people, but that's not the full truth. It's 100% going to be a great thing. That's the reason why other countries do it. It's a lot of things that other countries do that we don't do, like a border situation, right? But we will need to do that. But hold on, let me get back to it. You're going to switch my thought process. And also, I could talk about that more on tonight's call, bro. But yeah, as I was saying, so when it comes to the deficit, that's really what helped Trump out. The fact that that inflation didn't go down. And I think what really allowed that to not go down was the fact that he kept drilling, right? You know, the whole thing, drill, baby, drill. So that really helped out in doing so. Again, but the deficit, it drastically increased. Even now, right? So at the time you record this, Biden's deficit that he added to it is actually still lower than Trump's deficit. Right? Again, we don't talk about that. Why? Because inflation hasn't been a thing. You know, it wasn't going up while he was in office. It's been going up while Biden's in office. Speaking about inflation, so real quick, I want to talk about that as well. We did get the numbers today. Inflation came out of 2.6%, which it quietly increased. Like last month was 2.4%. It's now 2.6%. No one's talking about that. Everyone just forgot that inflation went up today, but I digress, right? And I don't digress. That's also a big factor too. And what that truly means, again, is that inflation is going up. That's just like, that's not a good thing. Obviously, your dollar is going to decrease. We also got information saying that wages starting to keep up with inflation, but honestly, the math's not mathing. It doesn't make sense to it. But anywho, that right there is proven. So back to what I was saying regarding Trump's deficit increase. Now, again, I was talking to him. I was like, yeah, it's definitely going to happen. Like, there's no way he's going to have all these things put through without the deficit being increased. And then I thought about it, and I was like, I think that's the reason why he's actually pushing heavy with crypto, right? So if you think about it this way, pushing heavy with crypto, it would allow him to use literally crypto gains to pay down the deficit. And I know that was spoken about before, but then I was like, well, I don't really see that happening because then you got to make sure where you don't have taxes on crypto. And then today, it got announced that he's proposing no tax on crypto assets. So I was like, that makes complete sense. So literally, we were in the Discord yesterday talking about that. And that's what I think is going to be the play. Because, again, the only way for Trump to not increase the deficit, especially when you're lowering taxes, it has to be a different route. And I think the route that he's going to take is the crypto. I'm going to segue into crypto, why it's beneficial and why you should be invested. And also my thoughts as well with that. Because a lot of people think they missed the boat. You kind of did. But yeah, so I think that's going to be the best case for him to go about doing so, because if he doesn't go that route, right, it's just impossible for taxes to get lower and we don't increase the deficit, right? So we pay taxes through two ways. Either you are literally increasing taxes, that's the way we're going to pay it, or we pay it through inflation, which is a silent tax. So it's one of the two has to happen, but there's no way it wouldn't happen. Again, as I said, the only way he would go around that would be going the crypto route. And I think that's the reason why crypto is booming. Also, why he's been so pro crypto. Now, with that being said, again, I don't give a damn who you vote for, who you care about. You have to focus on the money. That right there is going to help out your pockets. You being in your feelings is not going to help out your pockets. It 100% is not. So it's like, got to get over it. But speaking about that, right now, we know that crypto is booming, right? We know that the markets are booming, right? So from there, we have to understand, how can we learn about it, or what can we do to make it in which our pockets can be booming as well? So the easiest thing you can do, I'm going to start with crypto, is I personally think that right now it is too late to get into Bitcoin. I do also see Bitcoin, again, Bitcoin right now is $90,294. I do see Bitcoin reaching 100K. Honestly, if we don't do it this week, we'll probably do it before Thanksgiving. I see that happening. I do see Bitcoin hitting 200K sometime next year, which is really crazy to think about. Now, again, if you do the math that way, 90,000 currently, and if Bitcoin's going to 200,000, ideally, you really didn't miss the boat, because it is still cheaper on that aspect. And I get that, right? But however, the thing is that most people, they're not buying an entire Bitcoin, right? They're not buying a quarter of a Bitcoin. Most people, they're buying like $1,000 or less worth of Bitcoin. And ideally, yes, you will make money, right? In order for you to double that 1,000, if it's at 90,000 right now, they got to hit at least 180 to really double what you put in. On the flip side, if you don't want to go into actual Bitcoin, there are other things you can go into. Like, I think that Solana would be a great decision. XRP would be a great decision. Also Ethereum. These are things that I'm focusing on, as well as Dogecoin. And I'll break down each one. So when you go into Solana, that right there is decentralization. So it makes it easier for you to just focus on where that money and aspect of the realm is going into. So you want to go on that. And that's also the reason why, as you noticed, every time Bitcoin goes up, Solana pretty much goes along with it. Also, pretty much the altcoins as well. But we're going to go to Ethereum when I get there. What did I say? Solana. I'll just say Ethereum. So the next one is Ethereum. So Ethereum is pretty much I think that's going to be a great thing for you to put your money into as well, mainly because of the fact that you also have a lot of investors who are, even with ETFs, right? We have the Bitcoin ETF, we have the Ethereum ETF. So a lot of investors, especially old money, they want to get into crypto, but they're really scared about getting exposed into like, not your keys, not your wallet, right? So because of that, they're gonna say, how can I get exposed to this field without getting exposure of like losing all of my money, right? That's where the ETFs aspects come in at. So because of that, right, it makes it easier for old money to get into it. And if old money is getting into it, new money is going to follow it into as well. So that's one thing you want to focus on Ethereum. And then again, on top of Ethereum, pretty much that's like the network for all altcoins as well. So like you want to focus on, again, where the money is going to go into. Next up, what did I say? Oh, XRP. XRP is, this shit just taking this sweet fucking time. Like, this shit is ridiculous. Right now, XRP is currently 69 cents. And again, it's just taking its time. I think that XRP is going to hit $10 sometime next year. And the all-time high we had on XRP, it was $3 and, what was it? $3.31 was the all-time high. It's currently 69 cents. Again, as I said, I think that XRP is going to reach $10, I think sometime next year. I really do. I'm going to get to that. Well, I'll get to that right now. So speaking about crypto and a huge reason why it's booming. So we have the SEC, oh my God, what's his name? Gary, gosh, what is his name? Man. The chairman, Gary, let me write this. I can't believe I just got this. Gary Gensler. Wow, that is crazy. So Gary Gensler, Trump pretty much said it like he's going to get rid of him. And that guy right there is huge against, well, he's hugely, it's too late, Dylan. I already looked it up already, man. You're late. But he's huge anti-crypto. So because of that, that's actually not beneficial. But again, Trump saying that he's getting rid of him, that right there really skyrocketed the crypto market as well. So like if he does get rid of him and replace it with somebody who is pro-crypto, all it's going to do is put more money into that. So as you guys noticed, everything I'm mentioning, especially from Trump getting into office, him being pro-crypto, right? That being an aspect of things for us to do to negate the tax deficit increasing, which again is pro-crypto, and that makes it bullish for crypto. So like if these are markets on an aspect that price is going to push more towards, well, money is going to push more towards, you will do yourself a huge disservice by not having your money in it some way, somehow, right? I don't give a damn if you're getting in it like if you invest $100 a month. Like you want to do something that get yourself flowing. And then added to that as well, I think the best thing for you to start doing is dollar cost averaging with crypto as well, right? So what all that means is that you're putting a portion of your money, whether it's every day, every week, every month, so forth, it doesn't matter, whatever you agree on, right? It's a portion of your money that goes into the markets, whatever you choose to. Again, as I said, every week, every month, every day, or whatever, right? So an example is this. Let's say like, what is it? It is Wednesday. So let's say every Wednesday, I'm going to have $100 come out of my account and going into XRP. Let's do this. XRP, Solana, Bitcoin, Dogecoin. I'll get to that in a second because I didn't talk about that. Dogecoin and Solana. I'm going to have it go into that. That means that every single Wednesday at this time, right, $100 is going to come out of my bank account. It's going to go straight into that. That is the easiest way to go about investing, regardless if it's crypto or just in the markets in general. The reason why, because truthfully, we can't time the market. Like we love, even as traders, like we love to say like, yeah, I got price going here, going there, and so forth. But ideally, we're not God, right? We don't know exactly when things are going to happen. We don't even know if it's going to happen, right? For myself, it's sometimes where I think the market's going to go up, it goes down. Sometimes I think the market's going to go down, it goes up. So because of that, dollar cost averaging allows us to go into the markets without the sense of like, all right, well, I need to time it right now. Because again, shit can move when we're showering, when we're doing activities, if people are at work, if we're sleeping, it can move. So you don't want to miss out on it just because you were sleeping. So dollar cost average is the easiest way for you to go about going to the markets. And then obviously you can always lump sum as well. That's what I do. I do both of them. It makes it easy, again, as I said, to go into it. And then lastly, Dogecoin. So if you guys haven't noticed right now, like Doge is back, right? But it's really because of Elon. So this guy Elon it's literally he's doing no wrong. And I understand a lot of people don't like the guy. I think that's a whole media aspect of why people don't like him. Because truthfully, no one has a real reason to not like the guy. Like if you really think about why you don't like him, you don't have a reason. You just know the fact that media paints the picture that he's a bad guy. So you just want to say he's a bad guy as well. But this guy has done more for society than so many people, especially in our lifetime. Like it's so much shit he's done. So how can you not like the guy? Just stop being a hater. But anywho, so going back to that, right? So Elon has just been like killing. So that's also why Tesla's been booming. Doge is back, and then like even Trump made him let me look this up real quick. The acronym is Doge, but I need to know exactly. It's Department of DOG. I forgot what the G stands for. Give me a quick sec. We put it in the Discord earlier. Where is it at? Where is it at? What chat did we put it in? Was it the crypto chat? Let me see. Thank you. You know what? Someone said, let me look at this. Cause I think Dylan's gonna write it. Yeah, government efficiency. So yeah, it's literally Doge. It's really funny. But again, even that as well, I think Doge is going to continue to skyrocket because of that. I 100% think we are going to break all-time highs. And as of right now, I'm not technically into Doge, but I am waiting for a little pullback for me to get into it as well. But that's going to be added into my portfolio. So if we go to Doge right now and see the actual price of it, and again, this is me currently, right? So as of right, God fucking damn, shit. But yeah, as of right now, it is currently 39 cents. The all-time high we had was 48 cents. I 100% see that Doge is going to surpass $1. I definitely do. I'm not sure if it's going to happen before this year comes to a close or by the time Trump goes into office, but we're 100% going to surpass it. I don't see why you wouldn't. I really don't. Again, and then I know, like, especially like, a few years ago, everyone was jumping into Doge, like, that's the next best thing, blah, blah, and so forth. And if you have been holding since then, like, as of right now, you really should be in profit because back then, I think, like, most people, it got to, like, 40-something, then dropped all the way back down, like, 13 cents. But, again, we're at 39 cents right now. So, I don't have any. My wife, she owns Doge. She actually checked her portfolio yesterday and was going insane. But, yeah, so I am waiting for a nice little more pullback before I get into it. But, again, I think that should be something that you guys should jump into as well. And notice, everything I'm saying about crypto, it boils down to where the money is going to go towards. That's it. You have to focus on where the money is going to go towards. Now, again, you have different altcoins that you can like go into as well, different projects. That's up to you. Me personally, I'm not in it. I'm literally within those things. And then again, as I said, I'm going to add Doge into it. The reason why I actually about doing so, yeah, I just don't want to have too much exposure into crypto. I still do have a lot of bad taste of crypto that has happened to me. But again, I'm not an idiot, right? So it's like because of that, I understand where money is flowing and I have been focusing on where the money is going to flow towards. It just so happens that this shit took a huge long time for it to happen, but we are here. All right, so now that's out the way. And again, you guys have any questions, you could let me know, stop me anytime. I'll break that down as well. The stock market. The stock market, again, that is something that really everyone should be exposed into. I know a lot of people are scared about it, but truthfully, you really have no reason to, right? Now, also, when it comes to the stock market, I think that the stock market or investing money into the market is the best decision that you can do. I am 1,000% for the markets rather than real estate. I understand you want to diversify it, but I mean, I don't go that route. My wife, she likes to go that route, but that's not my thing. Literally, all my money is in the markets, 100%. And the reason why, because of the returns that we get. But speaking about the stock market, right? So even with that as well, you want to put your money into things that's going to increase over time. Right now, you guys already know you see things like if you would have jumped into the markets at, S&P, if you would have jumped in at 2010, you put $1,000 into it, now you would have $1 million and so forth, right? You guys pretty much see those things. Now, what you don't want to do is you don't want to allow this opportunity to make a shitload of money go by you. Now, 2020, we had a huge reset, right? And even for myself, I didn't take fully advantage of 2020 the way I should have, but this time around, I'm doing a lot more because, again, I know a lot more. I also have more money to really make the moves that I want to make, right? But again, so I'm saying that because, again, most people, y'all see what happened in 2020. Everything went to, like, nothing, right? Like, the markets fully dropped. Oil went to negative. And even right now, too, like, oil currently is $68 a barrel, $68.14 a barrel. So it just shows you, like, imagine if you would have gotten oil when it was at zero. It's now currently 68.14, and at one point it went up to 130, right, during the height of the Ukraine and Russia, Russia invasion with Ukraine. So with that being said, you want to 100% make sure your money is in the markets. Now, I know some people say, like, hey, like, they want to have their money set aside in a savings account. There's nothing wrong with that, right? I'm not against that. However, like, I am against having more money saved up than you having more money in your savings in your investment account. The reason why is because, again, like, if you have money set aside in even a high yield, right? A savings account is going to give you 0.10%. High yield right now with them cutting rates, they're going to give you about like 4.25%, if that, right? So like, if you have 4.25%, you can get like 20% into the markets and so forth. right? Like across the board, well, the S&P alone, it hit about like 29% year to date. So imagine you spend an entire year to get 4% or an entire year to get damn near 30%. Which one is better for you to do, right? That right there is rhetorical, but just an aspect of things that you should go into. So when it comes to the actual markets, again, as I said, dollar cost average is the easiest way for you to go about doing so, and you can do that easily. I know some of you guys use Robinhood. I don't like Robinhood, but y'all can use Robinhood. That could be a route for you to take when you get a brokerage account. Fidelity, you can use SoFi. There's so many ones out there, Charles Schwab. There's so many ones out there, but regardless, you want to make sure that you are in the game. And again, dollar cost averaging is the easiest way for you to go about doing so. I do not care if it's $1 you have into the markets, $10 or something. You want to make sure that your money is working for you. Because this time around, right, and you're going to see myself, you're going to see so many other influencers come on these different apps and speak about it. Because right now, seriously, like again, with Trump being in office, shit is going to start booming. You don't want to be the person who like, all right, when 08 happened, I was too young to take advantage, right? 2020 happened, I did take advantage, did do pretty good. This time around, I know so much. I have so much more income, so much resources I can use. So it's like, for this to happen and y'all don't make a killing from this, you're doing yourself a huge disservice. A huge disservice. Like, in not even 2 weeks, Bitcoin alone is about to be up $30,000. So just think about that. $30,000 in not even 2 weeks span. The market up over 30%, well, 20% in not even a week span. No, that's not true. The market was up 5%, yeah. S&P is up 6%, and Dow is up 5%. Nasdaq is up 4.5%. Yeah, I believe it's up 4.5, 4.8. It's 4 point something with Nasdaq. But anyway, that's not the priority. The priority is you got to make sure that your money is working for you. Now I get it, right? Like I don't give a damn if you are trading, if you're not trading, if you're doing other forms of ways to get income. But for you to not be in the market, it just doesn't make any sense. Like you can make $1 million, but if you're not doing like. If you have that $1 million you made, I don't give a damn how you made it. Like, what are you going to do to make that money grow? Because if you're just having that money sit around, it's like it's not doing nothing, right? And most people say like, hey, I'm going to invest into real estate. Again, as I said, that's not my field. I'm not a fan of real estate, but it's my wife's thing. But besides that, even if you go into real estate, the markets can also drop, right? Can go against you. If you don't know what you're doing, that's not a great thing. But even if it boils down to the markets, you don't have to really know what you're doing, truthfully. You can really just, and I'm going to break it down to one that you really want to go into, but what you want to do is put your money where it's going to increase over time, right? Now, with that being said, the market is going to increase over time. Again, going back to what I said not too long ago, you see a lot of posts that said, like, if you put $1,000 into this in like 2010, right now you have $1 million and so forth. The reason why it's like that is because over time, the markets aren't meant to gain value, especially like the S&P 500, NASDAQ, and the Dow. These are like the easiest things for you to expose yourself into the markets. Why? Because what the S&P is going to do is that it consists of the top 500, right? But besides that, what it's going to do is it's going to increase over time by replacing the companies that are trash. So here's an example. I'm just throwing stuff out there that's not accurate. I'm just throwing stuff. So now let's say if like Hertz is not doing good. It's going to get replaced by a company that is doing good, and I'll allow the markets to continue rising over time, right? So here's a quick example. So we actually put up the S&P right now, and we see what we have. All right, so if we go to 2020, right now the S&P is 5,985. We actually hit 6,000. We started to retrace a little bit. But if we go to 2020, the lows that we had in 2020 on the S&P, we got as low as $2,206.07. Right now, we are currently at 5,985.39, right? So it just shows that over time, the market is just going to increase. So you're doing stuff, even if you jump in right now at 5,900, you might say it's an all-time high, and it is, but just jump in it. Like, just give yourself some type of exposure into the markets. And again, as I said, by doing so, the easiest way to go about doing so is VOO, right? That right there is used as a savings account. Well, it's not a savings account, but I like thinking as a savings account. So VOO is going to be an interpretation of the S&P. That right there is an easy way for you to expose yourself. Again, if we go into volume with money, we have QQQ. That right there is going to be a breakdown of the NASDAQ, is a literal an aspect copy of it. Other things we have to go into is Tesla. Why I think Tesla's going to be great? Because Elon's going to be great. So as Elon's going to be great, a lot of money is going to be thrown into Tesla. Tesla is not just a car company. Tesla is a tech company that just has everything that you could do with it. As you guys seen, like what they're doing right now with these robots. Funny enough, one of my friends, he's gonna get one, and I was like, I'm not getting it. But his whole thing is marketing, right? So he's gonna get it, put his logo on it, and I was like, that makes a lot of sense. But I don't know. I'm not a fan of it yet. I want to like let the prototypes go out, see what happens. Obviously, we all know what happened during iRobot, that whole movie. But I don't know. I mean, I think eventually I will, but for the actual start of the release, it's just not happening. I'm going to wait it out. But besides, yeah, Tesla's going where money's going to go towards. Right now, what's going on? Microsoft, money's going to be flowing into that. That is actually going to be doing great, especially with Trump being in office. Nvidia got added to the Dow. That's going to be doing great as well with Trump being in office. So these are a few things you want to jump into. Meta's going to continue doing great. Google's going to continue doing great. And again, these are just a few things. You don't have to go into all of them. But if you want to boil down to research, guys, if y'all want to go to Yahoo Finance, you can type in Apple. You can literally look at what Apple's performance, what are they doing. You can type in Microsoft. You can type in Tesla. You can type in QQQ. You can type in VOO. You can type in, what else I mentioned? Microsoft, Apple. You can type in Nvidia, right? You can type in these things, and you can really see what's going on. You can see which ones are gaining value. You can see how as well as doing and so forth. I'm speaking about that. I highly recommend when you're going into these markets, don't go into these markets with the idea of, all right, I'm staying in here for like the next 2 months. That's not doing yourself great. Truthfully, I think that what y'all should do is jump into these markets and really see how shit plays out until like Trump's out of office, right? So like let's go for like even if you want to invest longer now, but if you go for like the next four years and just see how things act from that, do so, right? But don't invest with the idea of I'm investing right now, I'm going to get out of the market in a few months. It just doesn't make any sense, right? You're doing yourself a disservice by doing so because you're not allowing time to be a factor. So when it comes to investing, the easiest thing that you can do is allow time to be a factor. By allowing time to be a factor, again, you're going to make more money, right? And there's no such thing as getting rich quick. There's no such thing as getting rich overnight. Even with Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin is going crazy, but again, it's still taking time. Like, you know, it jumped up $30,000 within like damn near a week and a half. It didn't happen in one day, right? It's still a week and a half. So it took time for you to go about doing so and making it happen. And yeah, that's pretty much, I really want to quickly break down those things and why, again, I feel that crypto is going to be booming. I think that Trump is going to I think he's going to go that route. He's not going, well, he has no choice, right? Because if he doesn't go this route, he's going to fuck up the deficit. He 100%. And all these things like cutting down taxes, take away certain programs and stuff, like you're going to mess up the deficit. If you mess up the deficit, not mess up, but you're going to increase the deficit. So I think in order for him to not increase the deficit, he's going to go the crypto route. And I think that's a huge reason why even earlier today, he announced that he's going to, he's taking off, what is it called? He's taking off being taxed on crypto assets. So that right there is huge. And again, it lets investors go into crypto. Crypto will continue to rise. And I think he'll use that to pay down the deficit. Because if he doesn't go that route, and all these plans that he got, these are great plans, by the way, but all these plans he got, it is going to increase the deficit. And by increasing the deficit, it is just going to increase inflation. It boils down to it. I don't care how much of a MAGA Republican you are. That's just the facts, right? It's going to happen. So I think for him to not go that route, it has to go with crypto. And again, it's like you're doing yourself a huge disservice by not following the money, right? Right now, your main thing should be how much can I put into these markets and how often can I do it? That's it. Don't look at it. Turn off your notifications for all these apps. If you're in Coinbase, if you're in Binance, it doesn't matter what type of crypto asset you're in, exchange you're in, turn it off. Just turn it off. If you have Yahoo Finance, all these things, turn it off. Just turn off the notifications. You do not want to see how good or bad it's doing because that is going to get to you. If you see that you got in Nvidia at $100 and it drops down to $90, you might freak out. Don't freak out. The market, they're going to go up and down. It's not going to go straight in line. It's going to go up and down. However, right, there's a lot of people who they get in Nvidia at like $100, right? It went down to 90 something. They got freaked out. They got out. Nvidia right now is, let's actually go to real quick. Nvidia right now is, What the hell? Envy. There you go. Can I not spell? Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, even video right now too. So yeah, that's insane. We're over 130. So like, why would you not put your money into these things where money is going to go towards? It just doesn't make any sense. And now again, you do not have to be a trader to be an investor. I know a lot of people think that, but that you don't have to be that. Like what you need to be though is an investor first. Everyone needs to be an investor. Why? Because money, true wealth is made in the markets. It's not made in holding your money. It's not made in keeping it in a savings account. No, it's made in having your money work for yourself, which is the markets. Real estate, right? You can do REITs and stuff. That's also in the market. So all these things are going to be in the market. So again, like this is not something that's like it's only for the rich. You know, the rich get richer because of the fact that they have their money in the markets. What people do as consumers is they spend money on these things. Public traded companies, what is that? The market. So if you spend more money on these things, it's going to what? Increase the value, right? Apple, people continue buying their products, increase the value. Nvidia, people continue using it, increase the value, right? You're spending money on that. Tesla, people continue buying cars, all these things, increases the value. So it's like, for you to not do that, like I understand we're going to be a consumer. It just is what it is. We are all consumers, right? You have to eat, you got to have clothes on, you got to have a ring light, a desk, right? Decor, like all these things. So I'm going to be a consumer, right? So as you are a consumer, how can you also be not a producer, but an income and earner, right? Well, not income earner, but an earner. So from there, for you to go about doing that again, you want to have to make sure your money is working for yourself by having a market. That's the easiest way for you to go about doing so. All right, if you guys have any questions, we can break down the markets, any quick Q&A y'all want to do as well. I'll do that for a quick second. For y'all, let me just scroll through here and see if anything. Yeah, but it's gonna be a crazy ride. It's gonna be a crazy ride. And one more thing I want to say too: delay gratification. That's gonna be very important. Very, very important. If you see all these numbers going up and everything, don't close, don't sell anything, don't go buy these cars, don't do all that. Just not right now. Like, just let that shit keep piling up. I just joined and missed the details. Oh, missed the details. Oh, okay, all right. So this is actually gonna be saved. I'm gonna do it on YouTube. So if you miss it, 100%, I should have this probably tonight. I'm gonna depend on how long it takes, and I can get someone to edit a thumbnail. But if not, I'll put it tomorrow. But let me screenshot this so I can come back and watch this, and I'll send it to you directly. But yeah, pretty much I'm just breaking down the markets, but I think it's gonna be the great things that are going to go towards whether that's crypto or the stock market. Also with Trump, what he has set aside, his plans and everything, and also how that is going to impact the market as well. Because, I mean, the shit is booming. Shit booming. Portfolio booming. I know y'all 401ks are booming as well. So it's like, y'all got to like get out the feelings. I don't care how you feel about the guy. I don't care what, like, that's not important. What's important right now is the money. And some people be like, well, or you care about the money. Not necessarily true, but I know that the money has changed my life, and the money will continuously do good things. So if I'm in my feelings and I'm like, I don't care about the money because I don't like the guy, that's stupid. Like, I know we're not supposed to use that word, but it is. Like, get out of your feelings, get to the bag. That's what's important, because the bag changes everything, right? You don't like the guy, cool. If you make millions of dollars because he's in office, then it's like you might not like him, but your bank account has increased. So it's like let's chill with the childish shit. Like, it is what it is. He's here, get with it, learn from it, apply the information, and make that back. That's it. There's a reason why all these shit is booming. It ain't just booming for nothing. So like, you gotta do yourself a service. Don't do yourself a disservice, but definitely jump into it. All right, I don't see any questions. If you guys are interested in more of these type of talks as well, join my Discord TPS, link in the description below. Head over to my bio as well. That right there is we do a lot of live trading sessions. We do group calls. We do a lot of everything that deals with trading and investing. We talk about that in the Discord. So if you guys are interested and want to learn more about that, again, as I said, join in the description below. Yeah, I'm gonna end it right here. I got to get myself one. I gotta go eat, and then actually gonna jump in the call with them. So we're gonna talk more about this. But I know for a fact I was speeding a lot of things up. I know when I jump off this, it's gonna be a lot of other stuff that I wanted to. Hold on, someone It's a good set amount to jump into. Oh, all right. I just said, all right. What's a good set amount to jump into with trading? I think right now, I think that when it comes to trading, y'all should go with the prop firm route. I don't think that y'all should use your actual money. The reason why, because again, like majority of my students who became full-time these past few years, what they did is they took a prop firm route, right? So that's access to large capital for a small fee, right? Traded correct, well, pass the rules, traded correctly, pass the rules, you'll get a payout. So I think that's the best way for you to go into. I don't think anyone now should use their own capital. I understand why you want to use your own capital because of the fact that, you know, people don't like the rules. However, those rules, truthfully, it does make you a better trader because, again, it teaches you how to stay disciplined. It teaches you how to apply risk management. It teaches you how to really just like stay consistent in doing the right things. And by doing so, you're going to get the money you're going to make. Don't invite everyone. It's exclusive and it's not for everyone. Yeah, it's good. It's about to be a back talk because I got the green light. We're going to be on for a very long time tonight. Paul, it's kind of crazy. But yeah, so I'm going to get in that. I appreciate you guys tapping in. For those who have missed out on this, yeah, I'm going to do this on YouTube tonight or latest is in the morning. So I appreciate your time, guys. And until next time, peace out.